Hi guys, welcome to the channel. We're going to be starting a new game of Banished with the Colonial Charters mods installed. So this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing the Colonial Charters Lake Waters. Terrain size very large, very harsh climate, disasters on. And we're going to be starting with the Colonial Charters medium. So, first of all, a name. We're doing a harsh climate, gonna be tough living. Let's call it hard. Oops. Home. Alright, let's get started. I will be back as soon as we are loaded up. Alright, here we go. Let's have a quick look around. I've got it paused right now just so we can survey our surroundings. Got nice lakes, river, nice big lake just to the north, a lot of area, a lot of open area. Yeah, this should be a good place to start. So, we're gonna zoom into the town center here, figure out exactly what we want. So I think first of all, we're going to need some houses, obviously. So, before we unpause, I'm going to get this going, and I'm also going to get this up. This is the valuable information that we need while playing the game. Sea temperature is in Celsius. We are currently at minus 8 degrees Celsius. So, let's figure this out quickly. First of all, I want to do some roads, just first and foremost. We're going to go right across there, right in the back, right along here. A couple for the entrances. Spin around and just come right directly across here as well. Entrances. And there. Okay. The other thing that we are going to need quickly is a little more room in the stockpile. As you can see, we are 60% full right now. So I am going to go ahead, go into stockpile. I could go with the transparent, but it gets a little confusing. I'm gonna go just a standard stockpile, add up here, make a nice 10 by 6 addition right there. And then do the roads all the way around. I know some people say roads are overrated, but it helps when planning your town. It makes everything look nice and complete. So then next, I also want to get some harvesting going of resources here. So let's go right out here, put a harvest order for all of that. Now, we are going to have to put some houses down, as we are we have no houses for any of our people here. Let's take a look and see. So we got the New England Colonial set. What else do we have here? Large, gable. We won't be able to build any of those. We might be able to build some of these though. Keep house has room for up to 5 occupants, provide similar one storage as regular wood. And half the cost 16 and 8, 12 and 6. So it's a bunch of different ones there, but I think for now we are going to just stick with the traditional wooden houses. There. Do a road right down the middle and one intersecting here. And then we could do another couple houses going right down here. So 1, 2, 3. 3. And spin these around 4, 5. This should be plenty to begin with. So we are going to put 5 builders on and start out. Now the other thing that I really want to get started on is some food. Just some simple crop fields for now. So if we go to crop fields here, let's do just a 10 by 10 right there. Let's see, what do we have? Cucumbers. I'm gonna put 3 farmers on that as well. This way we can start producing some foods and not run out. We are going to put some fishing huts up here and a hunter's fort and everything, but first of all we will start out with some farmers, as once they're all done they will be laborers in between the growing seasons. Now we've got some sheep here too for livestock, so that's something we're going to have to do, is figure out where we want to have our farms and our livestock, which I think is going to be probably somewhere in here, but that's a long ways off. Maybe somewhere around year 5 or 6. For now it's a matter of getting the basics up and going and just surviving these first couple winters. So let's go here, let's speed this up a little bit, just so that we're not sitting here waiting forever. Now this is the downfall of building roads off the bat. All the laborers and everybody goes and builds these roads and takes time doing that. It may not be the most effective, but hey, we're gonna have a good looking town, or at least that's the hopes of it. So now you see a bunch of laborers are heading off to start collecting more resources, iron, wood, everything good. Farmers should be starting here soon. We're starting to drop materials here for the houses. See, one of them has 10 of 16 logs. They will bring the materials back, drop them off so that our builders can get started. Here goes the first house, second house being built. Our citizens will be able to have shelter, a place to keep warm, a place to eat and live so that they don't die from the elements. See there's already a builder and a farmer and 2 children in that house. Second one's up again, more people in. As you can see now, we are down to only 12 homeless people. Hopefully they will start. I'm just gonna bring this up here so we can see, start building these other houses. There's one. Builders can get to. And there they are, they're starting to build it. That'll take care of a few more homeless people. Cucumbers are starting to get planted. Life is starting to take shape in Hardhome. There's another house up. Good. Down to only 9. Here comes another one. And that one's just about complete. There we go. Down to only 4, so by the time these are done, by the time this one's done, we should have everybody housed. 1 extra house for the next set of children to leave and move in. There we go, there's the last one. People should move in here shortly. There we go, everybody is accounted for now. Good. So now we're going to slow this down a little bit, back down to 1x speed. I'm gonna leave the 4 builders because next we've got to get a wood chopping post built. Without wood, we will freeze come winter time. So I'm gonna go with an actual wood cutter. Spin it around, and now I also want this to be right near our stockpiles. The reason for that is if it's near the stockpiles, they are way more efficient. You're not walking all the way across town to get logs to chop, and then also not walking across town to put their firewood back in the stockpiles, as this is where everything will be stored. So I'm going to just pin this one up here for now so we can monitor the progress, as well as this wooden house. We'll take a look at our essentials here, our logs, our stone, our iron. We need clothes as well, and a blacksmith. So these are the things that we're going to need to work on first. Let's get a blacksmith going soon, and a tailor. Then a fishing hut to start bringing in food on a regular basis. This cucumber field should help us. It's early summer. Yield. It'll bring up our stores of food, but will also, it's only good during this harvest time, so we also want to find some way to produce food on a regular basis. So this field here, I believe, is going to be temporary. We might farm it for a couple years and then get rid of it, turn this into the heart of our town. So for now, woodcutter is going. I think we're going to put the blacksmith right up beside him. So let's cue that. Tools and forges. Oh, let's see here. We want a blacksmith. Go right there. Now, same principle. He's going to take iron and logs from the stockpile, produce them into tools, and drop them off at our barn. So the same principle as the woodcutter, we want them to be close to where they're going to work. Now, because these are essential buildings, I'm also going to go in here and give it a little bit of a priority boost. Just to get it done a little quicker, get everybody coming to here, removing the stuff, removing the trees, the logs, the iron, and the stone, start building it, all that good stuff. So let's go back here and speed up to ×5 again. As you can see, some of our laborers are going down here, they're starting to clear out extra supplies, bring it back to town. We are out of fuel, so we are going desperately to get this woodcutter going before winter time, so that our citizens have fuel to heat their homes. Check in on this, it's at 59%, coming along nicely, that's good. Woodcutter's coming along nicely, good. Everything appears to be coming along quite nicely. There we go, woodcutter. So we will put one person in there for now. And now our fuel limit is set at 200. I'm going to bump that to 2,000 just for now. 200 is not enough fuel to survive on. So we've got a woodcutter that's going to start going and just start chopping firewood and stockpiling for the winter. Now, what we can do too is take a couple of our laborers afterwards and put another one here if he's not going to be able to keep up. But as you can see, our food is starting to go. So we're going to slow this back down and we are going to figure out where we would like to put a hunting cabin. Hunting cabins are going to serve two purposes for us. They are going to A, bring in food, and B, they're going to bring in leathers, which can be used at our tailor's office or tailor shop to create clothing which will keep us warm. As of right now, we only have 9, not a lot, with 21 people. We're going to need to get that going too as soon as possible, because if not, our citizens are going to freeze come winter. So let's see, we don't have any. I feel like with the sheep, this might be our best bet actually, is to build a little pen first for the sheep. So let's go in here to animal pens. just a standard pasture is what we want. It's not going to be overly big. We just want it to start producing some mutton. Let's go with a 10 by 10. And this way they can start producing mutton and wool for our little village here. So now we are going to get them going again here. Speed them up again to ×5. Now we gotta pay attention. It's late summer, 9 degrees. This is at 90%. As soon as we hit autumn, if it doesn't start harvest, I'm gonna kick it into harvest. Just so that we can make sure we get all of our crop off before it turns cold and spoils it. In fact, we've got some of our children have come of age. I'm going to bump this up to 4 farmers, and I'm also going to get our builders up. And now we've got a blacksmith there. Okay. We're going to slow down just a little bit here, because the one other thing that we are going to need really badly is a tailor shop. So, clothing and fabrics. Right here, a tailor. Now the tailor is probably best suited right behind the barn, because they are going to take wool and textiles from the barn, turn it into clothing, and then drop it right back off in the barn. So tool limit, I'm going to turn that up to 500 for right now. Log and iron ore for rough tools. Perfect. Cancel that. Our standard pasture should be getting built here soon, as well as our tailors. Bump up our builders. And we're going to bump up the speed again. As you can see, our 3 laborers are still falling trees, mining resources, doing all that, which is good because we've got 231 logs and only 4 firewood. So I feel like before we get too far ahead of ourselves, I'll bump this up to 2 people, put another worker in there, just so that we can start making some extra fuel. This is harvesting, perfect. You can see 560 cucumbers. So it's not a lot, but it's a start. So now our farmers there are going to go and turn into regular laborers. So we're gonna slow down again, because now I want to raise priority of our, not there, of our tailor. We are getting into early autumn. Tailor and pasture. This way they will get these built hopefully before autumn is completely over and I can start producing some clothing, because as you can see, with only 7 stored clothes, we're not going to do too well this winter. Also going to have to be sure that we don't send our civilians on too far of a jaunt for work requests, because the farther they go, the colder they're going to get, the more susceptible they're going to be to freezing to death, and that would be not good. Wouldn't really do a good job of keeping them safe if that's the case. So you can see our tailor is getting built up, our pasture is being built, good. Our farmers are now here. As you can see, we're really starting to clear some stuff. What's this? Reserve of food is low. Why, yes, it most definitely is. So, before we go any farther, we are going to cancel the removal of all of these resources and go to just collect wild foods. as this will be a quick boost to everything in our food supply while we wait for the pasture and everything to get built. And go back, ×5. We go, there's a tailor. So, turn him into this, doing wool cloth. Cloth limit of 500. Don't need any builders. Well, we will actually. We're going to turn this down to 1. So, our pasture, we are going to designate it for sheep. Textiles will be 2,000. I'm going to put 1 person in there. So 6 of 6, perfect. They'll start farming the sheep, shaving the wool, taking it there so our tailor has something to work with. And now the other thing that we are desperately going to need is some more food gathering. So raw foods, a fishing dock, right there. Yes. Pasture is good. This is good. This will be another constant source of food coming in. So 2 builders for that. Go and give it its increased priority, because as of right now, food is of the utmost priority. There we go. And speed up. You can see our fuel has come up quite a bit, which is good. Tools at 72. We're starting to run out of clothes, but hopefully soon with the sheep, he will start harvesting some wool from them and some mutton. In fact, let's do 2 herdsmen right now, just to speed up the process. Reserve of stone is low now. Yes, it most certainly is. And that's alright, we'll go back to harvesting everything here soon. First of all though, I want to get the fishing dock built so that we can get some people, I believe 4 laborers in there fishing for us to start bringing this amount of stored food up so that we can make it through this winter. We're just in early winter and our food supplies are in dire need. Firewood is getting up there, which is good. We're going to check this house out too. Yes, we now have people in it. Good. 16 adults, 8 children. So far, it's a successful first year, I would say. We've got our village of Hardhome established. We are starting to produce food. There we go. There is the fishing dock. Builder is going to go right down. And we are going to put 4 people working at this fishing dock. So our food should start to increase quite rapidly. Then we'll be able to start mining everything. Lumber, iron, wood, all of that. So back to 5 so we can see. Let everyone just kind of go to work, carry on about their days, kind of figure out where we're going to go next from here, what we need next. What I'd like to do next is put perhaps a gatherer's hut or a hunter's cabin in the raw foods. But I suppose with sheep, we don't necessarily need a hunter's cabin as quickly now if our food is able to keep up with the fishing docks and the field and the sheep. What might be more beneficial is building a second pasture and really getting our sheep population up. Interesting. That's something we'll have to see about in the future. So now we have the reserve of food is low at 92. It is, but we also don't have any indications of us starving. So that's very good news. It's also late winter, so we've pretty close to survived our first winter. Now, I'm gonna go back to here, cancel the removal of all the food, and go back to just removing all the resources in the area. as this will also bring in the wild foods, but also the stone, the wood, everything. Our firewood is definitely keeping up. In fact, I think we can now go down to only one woodcutter. He's definitely kept up. Our sheep pasture is working. Everything appears to be going rather well for the first year. We're in late winter. I think this is about where we're going to stop it for this episode. In the next episode, we are going to move into year 2, possibly look at another fishing dock, a couple more houses to expand, plus maybe a bigger storage area, storage barn. Anyways, thanks for coming by and checking out Banished with me. Please leave a comment below and subscribe for more content on this game and others coming out shortly. Thanks for stopping by. See you on the next one.